Hi boys and girls, today we're going to solve a word problem involving 3D shapes, and we are going to solve the problem using our UPS check. So let's get started. This is our UPS check model, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're able to solve the problem, and by doing that, one of the strategies we use in the classroom is to use the UPS check model. The first thing we need to do is understand the problem. So if you look up here, it says understand. That's our first step. It says read the problem. So we're going to go down here to our problem. And first, in order to understand the problem, we have to read it. If we don't read the problem, we're not going to know what it's asking us to do. And when we read, we want to read from left to right, top to bottom. So we're going to read this word problem. There are 10 cylinders and 15 cones. How many circle bases are there in all? Okay, so I read it, but I'm thinking I'm going to reread it just in case. There are 10 cylinders and 15 cones. How many circle bases are there in all? Okay, so now that I've read the problem, we're going to see what we need to do next. It says, what am I looking for? So now we're trying to figure out what exactly is this question asking us. I know that there's already 10 cylinders and 15 cones, but it's not asking how many cylinders are cones. It's asking how many circle bases are there in all. So what I'm going to do to help me out is I'm going to bracket my question. Then I'm going to come back up here because now I've read the problem. I know what I'm looking for, but what do I know already? What I know already is that there are 10 cylinders and 15 cones. So I'm going to circle my 10 cylinders and 15 cones so that way I can remember when I'm solving this problem. The next thing we need to do is plan. So we're going to choose a strategy. The strategy that I'm going to choose today is to draw a picture. So what I did is, since I know there are 10 cylinders, I'm going to draw 10 cylinders. So that's what I did in purple. My next thing is to draw the 15 cones. So now I have 10 cylinders and 15 cones. The next part of my problem is to be able to solve. So now that I've understood my question, I've planned by drawing a picture. Now I'm going to solve it, and I want to make sure that I'm showing my work. This one I chose to count by 2. Since the cylinders have 2 bases, I'm going to use my knowledge of skip counting by 2s to help me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I know that these 10 cylinders make 20 circle bases, but I'm not done yet because I know that there's also 15 cones. Now I put 15 because in each cone there's only one circle base. So if there's only one per cone, that means if I have 15 cones, I'll have 15 circle bases. So now my problem becomes 20 plus 15. So 20 circle bases in my cylinders plus 15 circle bases with my cones. Now when I'm adding, I want to make sure that I start with my ones place. So I'm going to go from top to bottom. 0 plus 5 equals 5. So I'm going to put that in my ones place. And 2 plus 1 equals 3. So I'm going to put that in my tens place. That means that 20 plus 15 equals 35 circle bases. So I have solved my question. It says, how many circle bases are there in all? I solved my question by drawing the pictures, skip counting by 2s, and then adding 20 plus 15 to find my total of circle bases. Now, all good mathematicians check their work. and we want to be able to explain how we solved it, and we want to make sure that we are correct. So checking our work is very important. So what I did here was I did another strategy that we use in our classroom called base 10 form. This is our picture model. Now I put 20, 10, 20 for my circle bases for my cylinders, and then I put 15, a 10 rod, and 5 ones for my cone circle bases. So that means if I do that in expanded form, it'll be 30 plus 5 equals 35. So each one of these 10 rods right here equals 10. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So what I want you to do is challenge yourself. So now I'm going to give you a problem, and I want to see if you can complete this problem using the UPS check that I just modeled for us.